Oh, yeah.
You'll get some interesting numbers, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Starbos is definitely one of the more creative Orcanes out there, both with recovery and with combo and punish game.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be the pressure, because Orcane can have a lot of stage presence without having to overexert himself too much, but it is a tall order against the likes of Clairen.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, again, like, part of it is the dish run, but oh, the DI mix up there with the F-tilt, that's great.
Yeah, not a move you typically see in a position like that, but it was just very well spaced. OoDa keeping a presence of mind, though, still very much in it.
Still very, yeah, and right now at 101, there's not a whole lot that starbos is going to be able to do combo-wise to kill. It's going to have to rely mostly on the finishers. Oh, gets clipped by that second hit of the up B, and yeah, that allows OoDa one more chance at life.
Oh, he's chilling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. He knew it was going to happen. Oh, that could have possibly been a tipper up strong and the stock.
Yeah, that's one of the things to consider throughout this set, is that we could be seeing starbos winning out in interactions like 90% of the time. It just takes the one that matters for OoDa to bring it right on back.
Absolutely. Right there into the nair, into the tipper, down strong one. Going to be at 135. That's all it took.
Like, what can you do? Like,
yeah.
Like, starbos has to consistently keep a thumb on OoDa from being able to position themselves, because it just takes that one little reversal.
Ooh. Yeah, and right there, it only takes one frame 7 down strong to even things back out. But as I say that, OoDa going for a big punish here off that. No puddle on stage.
Yeah, no, this is the Clairen show right here. Whole lot of opportunity for OoDa to take a big lead here. And if nothing else, building up rapid damage at 94% and counting.
Yeah, almost gets the tipper forward strong. That might have purpled, but that's gonna purple. Oh no, it lied!
Oh, the excellent raise with the forward air too. We love the bubble movement.
Oh, absolutely. The bubble butt's coming in handy.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the more lesser-known Orcane recovery tricks, to go super high there. And of course, when you have a puddle on stage, you can go as deep as you want.
Oh, yeah.
You just go right back stage.
Especially while keeping it on the plat. Excellent presence of mind for the stage here from starbos, because it keeps your recovery very ambiguous. Like,
absolutely. Yeah, the nair did up strong. Even on non-tipper, it's still going to do a lot of work. Oh, great.
Scooting right on over.
Just hit it with a wee-woo real quick. The double down tilt. Call the ambulance, but not for me. OoDa's making this look like child's play, but starbos gets the big up air, and that's going to be the last stock game 1.
That's a rowdy child right there.
Yeah.
Starbos is not giving this up for free.
No, not at all. Oh, yeah, gets a parry on the nair, but only a dash attack punish, and the counter comes out.
All right, now this is big because this limits a ton of space that starbos could be escaping towards, and there's a lot of opportunity for OoDa to just end it all here. That platform lingering around a while.
Woo! But the side B into the up air off the top, tippered.
Oh, there was no hope there. The platform was retreating into the no fun allowed zone. OoDa positioning to make sure that the secondary platform did not see any action, and starbos was running right for it. It was an excellent escape plan, but not with Clairen in the way.
No, not with Clairen there waiting to strike. Perfectly positioned for that tipper up here too, because it wouldn't have killed with the sour one. Might have been able to continue it with like another edge guard, but it would have just led back to starbos potentially coming back to stage and getting a big reversal. But we're going to a biplat stage with 4's floor for game number 2. I like this stage.
I'm a fan. I see the vision. This is a stage where we'll be able to see OoDa have a lot of options, whether it's to maintain the pressure or escape. And also, importantly, the force field from the counter is not going to be as present unless OoDa gets a position where you can put it out in like the center. And even then, starbos can just force interactions to the ledge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think in this case, it does give... Oh, I love that mix attempt there. Super great. But I think it gives starbos plenty of space to really kind of work with, but it also gives OoDa a lot of like plat boost threat range.
Yeah, and that's something that starbos is going to have to worry about depending on where he ends up coming, like from landings. Like positioning after aerial pressure is going to be pivotal.
Yeah, here's the bane of Orcane recoveries is like these big hitboxes that can just threaten so much dang space.
There's no puddle to escape to, so it's just simple reactions from OoDa and gets it done very well. Looking at sub 100% on this first stock as well, so.
Yeah, but as we
say
that.
I spoke too soon, just one hit, all you need.
All you need is that strong hit of the back air, and that's gonna just seal out the stock. Back air, too, when it hits, has some crazy knockback on it. And back air 1 is a fantastic sword option. It's essentially Orcane's big response to Clairen having a sword.
Yeah, no, it's an excellent disjoint. And as you mentioned, like the various hitboxes from it give you that opportunity to, whether it's just a combo piece, if it's just your typical poking tool, or if it's your kill option.
Woo! And just like that, the craziest waveland down tilt into the up air is going to clear it out, but... Oh, OoDa looking to answer back. Huge right now.
Oh yeah, big response time, trying to cover that space between the ledge and the platform.
OoDa holding down in that spot. So crazy, but doesn't even give starbos the chance to tech.
No, I love that, especially because we've seen that starbos has been on point with teching from these down airs.
Yeah, starbos is not one to just give up the stock for free off stage. You gotta make him work for it.
And just like upping the ante with this pressure from OoDa, I think is just a great response to the call of starbos putting out the puddle for escape options, but still staying right on top of Clairen.
All right, we got an air back off stage. This is the sort of rinse repeat that you want to see. Oh, almost gets the upper. Great drift away from OoDa, but down tilt up strong.
All right, one
That's
apiece.
not Rano.
Hey, listen.
That ain't
We
Rano.
got hit confirms out here.
We do got
We
hit
got strong
confirms.
attacks out here.
We do. Orcane up strong, one of the strongest attacks in the game.
And that wasn't even with the puddle boost. That was just, you let it rip.
No. Yeah, no, I was going to say, if you want to see the puddle boost, that move doubles in size.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
insane. But here we go, one apiece. Game 3 going to be Spirit Tree. States that both characters kind of like. Orcane going to be able to back her a bajillion times off the side. Clairen going to have amazing plat boost threat range with this open space.
Yeah, that's the key thing here, and I'm glad you brought it up, Akashi. The fact that there is so much open but active space here leaves a lot of fun for both players potentially when it comes to the aerial pressure, but I think maybe a little bit more fun for OoDa.
I'm thinking it might be looking like it's a lot more fun for OoDa right now.
Oh yeah,
just a little bit. All right, but Starbos is getting ready to answer back finally. Finally finding the chance to get an opening, but OoDa's playing so safe right now. Not giving Starbos really a chance to kind of get in and do some major damage.
Once again, we get the nair, we get the up strong. It's just a clean stock.
Yeah, and right there, like, I don't think there was a whole lot that Starbos could really do to get out of that situation. Like,
for real, like, what can you do in a situation like that? You have no free space to roam on the ground because OoDa's boxing you out for the base plat. The platforms themselves aren't safe because now you have to deal
oh, he didn't need to daggers that, but like you said, you don't, like, OoDa doesn't really need to, like, move a whole lot of space. Like, he's just boxing out. He's got the sword, he's got the disrun, he's taking full advantage of it right now.
Yeah, like the fact that Clairen just threatens so much space just purely on positioning. It doesn't even matter if OoDa commits to the jump or not to threaten aerial space. And just being there is a problem for starbos.
Yeah, and you're seeing right now, like, I wanted to mention it before with that, I think it was a down tilt, it might have been a nair. We saw a nair earlier. OoDa's adapting and not really going for the up strong. They're more so going for the, great down smash. More so going to try and react to where the nair is sending because he's seeing Starbos DI out more, so he's reacting and adapting to go for forward strong. Follow really far forward, but nair into tipper forward strong.
Yeah, hey, listen, it's as simple as it gets when it comes to playing Clairen, but it's effective for a reason.
It is very effective. Double up tilt. Oh, tried to go for a grab there. Said, no, get over here.
I like that.
Mine. Yeah.
Sort of stop Starbos in his tracks before he starts to adapt any further from the combo game.
All the back airs are coming out in full force. And Clairen said, no, I got a back air too. You ever play Martha Man?
It's a bit of swinging the sword.
Yeah, it's a pretty good back air. Like, I'm just saying, fully disjointed. Got that tipper.
Whoa.
Into the forward air. Into game 3 going to OoDa. Up 2-1 right now over Starbos.
What a disjoint.
A little bit of disjoint. We have a little bit of disjoint in this house as a treat. OoDa taking such great space control. Like, taking center and just playing around the way Starbos wants to approach super well. And we're seeing Starbos try and mix up the way that he gets in, but it's just so difficult. So maybe the lack of platforms will be able to help out to a degree as we go into game 4 on Abyss.
Yeah, this is just a fantastic stage if your goal is just to try to make any approaches from your opponent as homogenized as possible. You don't want to leave it to be a guessing game. Just make it as straightforward as you can, especially when you consider the fact that Clairen doesn't have any ways to augment movement, doesn't have any projectiles. You just see her charging in on you.
Exactly. And I think the big thing right now here, at least with this game, is that Clairens get a lot of mileage off of their plat boost. Their runoff plat boost on their initial dash, it gives them so much more distance than they normally would get otherwise. So the removal of those platforms forces OoDa to play better on the ground, but that doesn't matter when you can just do up air, down air into up strong. And you could just get up aired right back, and it's 2 stocks apiece.
Excellent response from starbos. Does not want to miss a beat here, especially when you consider the fact that Orcane is going to be able to control so much space without having to commit to being in Clairen's space.
Yeah, we're seeing the counter come out again in full force. Like, starbos cannot use starbos not being able to use bubbles in like a good third of the stage is huge, which means you have to go button to button.
Yeah, it's the risk that you have to be willing to take if you're going to try to take Clairen to this stage, because just as she doesn't have any potential to mix up where she's positioning, you don't either.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw right there the 16 pixel buff coming in full effect. Oh no, up air? Oh, goes for the back air, but air dodge. And you saw right there, not even the droplet's gonna get through.
Yup. Hey, listen, it's the no fun zone for a good reason.
It is the no fun zone for a good reason, but right now OoDa's taking full advantage of it. No, not the jab whiff. All right, we're back to neutral. We're back to neutral. Wanted to play this nice and safe. You know starbos is thinking about every bubble and every time he uses the puddle, if he's going to use it to... Ooh, it's so strong.
It's mighty powerful, but we need to see starbos put down the droplet once again, and he's going to have to do it on potential last life.
Yeah, right now, just got to clean up this edge guard right now. There it is, back air to landing its mark, and we're in last stock game 4, but potential last stock for starbos right now. OoDa playing the mix-up game off the air is fantastically right now, but starbos doing the same thing. Moving out of the way of the forward airs, trying to stay at like a nice distance away from any sort of big threat. Oh, goes for the jab 3.
The tail end of the droplet caught for a little bit. Just that little bit of extra damage.
Yeah, we've seen this kind of set before. Oh my! He hits
But do you see it end like that? I don't think so.
In emphatic fashion, a 3-1 victory for OoDa, putting him in losers' quarters, sending starbos, the last member of MDVA, out at 7th place.
So much for defending the home.
I mean, look, he gave it his best, but OoDa's playing out of his mind right now. And people talk about how like there's potential big dark horses in bracket, you know? Like people that'll make monster runs out of nowhere.
This was the tournament for it.
Absolutely.
This is where you're going to see it. Yeah. And you're watching it live.
You're watching it, absolutely. You're watching it live right here. And that means that we have winner's side, I believe we have Cake Assault versus Cheesy, right, and ZB versus Danzello.
Now, one of these names keeps on coming up in conversation, and it's not one that you'll often hear in a position like this.
Yeah, normally,
let's talk about.
Yeah, Danzello, if he's coming up next, oh my, yeah, it is. Okay, no, it's not Cake Assault Cheesy, it's Cake Assault Danzello. We're going to see the best Forsburn in the world go up against one of the best Zetters in the game, topped by the best Zetter in the game, Adi.
There's, you know, one thing I want to at least bring focus to, just how